hey, it's been a while, I guess. Maybe not. And I have to review a game now that I actually beat, yesterday. Bayonetta, which I'm not going to return because, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to tell you why. All I have to say about this game, first off, is the story mode is amazing. The storyline is just... At times it seems like you don't understand what's going on, especially at the end of the story mode, like during the last chapter of the game. No spoilers, but something happens and you're like, what? And it's just weird, and I'm not going to spoil the game for you like right there, but if you actually look at Bayonetta up close and at a certain angle, you'd probably think that she looks like Sarah Palin. Yeah, for real. This game has a lot of sexual scenes, sort of. It's not like she has sex, but it's just like her clothes come off because pretty much her clothes are made of hair. Her hair is just like she doesn't wear actual clothes, but it's you'd see like right there, I guess. She's wearing clothes, but it's just like her clothes are like strands of her hair like cascading down her body or something like that. She always has her 4 guns, 2 on her heels, and of course 2 in her hands. That's amazing. That's pretty badass, I suppose. The characters in the game, there's not many of them. There's about like 5 main characters in this game. I think, yeah, 5 main characters, about maybe 4. And like, that's it. The bosses are big as shit. Like, the first bosses you fight is going to be big, and everyone after that is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Until you get to the point where it's just like, what the fuck is going on? You might have to battle bosses maybe a couple more times, because, you know, once you go through the game, they have you fight the boss again, and that's part of the story mode, of course. There's halos that you collect in the game. They're called halos. They look like halos that an angel would wear. But if you ask me, they look like Sonic rings. Yeah, like rings from Sonic. But it's made by Sega, so you know, whatever. Gameplay is very difficult sometimes. I mean, like, I played the game on normal mode, and right now I'm going to start hard mode. Normal mode was a little bit challenging. I don't think I could have ever gotten through one of the parts of the story, like one of the chapters, without using an item or dying. That's actually not a bad thing. Well, for me it is, but you know, the whole thing about it being challenging is not a bad thing, because they're actually pushing you to a limit where it's just like, oh yeah, this is amazing. And, you know, it's actually becoming fun to you. And, you know, if this game starts to seem a little bit like Devil May Cry, well, I have this one, like, right here, right off the bat, Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. But if it seems like that, then, you know, don't worry, because it's supposed to seem like that, because it's made by the director of the Devil May Cry series. The weapons in the game, there's like a lot of weapons to unlock. I haven't even unlocked all of them yet. I have to unlock like 2 weapons, and then like a couple more secret weapons in the game. And that's gonna take me like a while to do. So there's weapons from, of course, guns. You have shotguns. You have these demon arms that are like fire and lightning. And then you have like a sword and a whip, actually. The best part about this game would have to be the part about it being... every time you do a climax, which is like... You might be in a boss battle, and it might say climax at the bottom. You have to push either, what is it, Y and B, or... triangle and circle, and like the climax activates, and it's just like she summons a giant ass demon, and it either like crushes like your opponent and just like in an amazing way, or it's just like it eats your opponent's head off, which is just so gory, and like it's just fantastic. Just I just sit there looking at this climax, like, eat his head, like, what the fuck? You have a couple demons. The last demon that you unlock, which is like the last part of the game, actually looks like the final boss. So I'm not giving you a spoiler on that. You can look that up for yourself. And yeah, so I guess that's it. So finally, I have to say that for this game, I would buy it for the gore, mayhem, and total, how do you explain it? Over the top with, just comedy and action. It's just, like, one of those games where it's just like, what's going on at this moment? Like, but you just want to, like, find out more, and just, like, the storyline may not be as good as it should be. It's a little bit confusing at times. But the gameplay is definitely solid. You're going to want to come back for more, unlock all the weapons, and get all the accessories and everything. You're going to want to get all the... You just want to get all these halos that I've seen people get, and it's just going to be amazing. So definitely pick up this game if you have the time or the money. Pre-owned for the PS3 is $50. I don't know about the 360. Might be a little bit more since the 360 version is better than the PS3 version. If I didn't explain it already, the PS3 version is slower in the loading screens. Like, the loading screens take about, like, 30 seconds to load. 30, like, 25 seconds to load up. And, like, compared to the 360... that's just horrible. But the game was originally for the 360, like in the Japan version, and you know, the PS3 version wasn't actually modded out. Not modded out, but like wasn't developed as greatly because the PS3 is hard to develop on, and well, that's obvious, people. I give it a 8 out of 10. Give or take like a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Because of, you know, sometimes it's a little bit confusing, a little bit difficult. But, you know, sometimes you like that. And, yeah. So, I don't have to explain any more to you guys. So, comment, rate, subscribe. Definitely comment on this video. Tell me what you think about the game if you have it already. Or, you know, if you played it already, whatever. And, I guess that's it, and I will see you guys later, so stay gold.